BYD. Now it's okay if you haven't heard those three letters yet because they are new, fairly new to the Indian car market. Now BYD has been around for a while selling electric buses, but it was only last year that they started selling passenger cars in India. Their first product was the E6 MPV, and now they've moved to the new halo product, the BYD Atto 3. It's about the same size as a compact SUV. It is of course all electric, offers a range of about 500 kilometers on a single charge and has about 200 bhp of power. All good things. But the big question is it the next electric vehicle that you are looking for? Well, hello and welcome to your HT Auto. My name is Samir Contractor and let's answer that question.
The BYD Atto 3 is longer and wider than the Hyundai Creta, but looks much smaller in comparison. The bug-inspired front is quirky, with the LED daytime running lights adding a modern touch. The profile looks sharp with the sloping roofline, while the raked rear windscreen further adds to the sporty look. But it also limits visibility to the driver. The LED tail lights are sharply styled and give a distinctive appearance, while the 18-inch alloy wheels are very likeable. The proportions are just right for the city on the Atto 3 and the model looks futuristic in person.
Well, step inside the cabin of the Atto 3 and it does come across as a well-built cabin. Lots of soft touch materials to give it that premium feeling. In fact, a lot of materials at play. So this soft blue touch on the top material of the dashboard. You have this skeletal kind of a center piece that really stands out in the cabin. It's quite nice, quite like a large bone running across the center, but of course this is again soft touch, nice and premium feel to it. And at the bottom, the underbelly gets regular plastic, very solidly built, I have to say. Not extremely solid in terms of plastic quality, but it feels premium in a lot of places. The other thing that is that stands out really well is of course that dumbbell inspired air vents. Really adds to that muscular theme that the cabin was designed around. And you also see the treadmill inspired armrest over here, lots of space, storage space over here, quite nicely done. You get these cup holders. The center console of course is where most of the features lie, at least the access to them. So you have the gear shift lever, you have the right driving modes, you have the regen modes, audio button. A lot of these features come here, and you have wireless charging as well. And of course, because this is a BYD product, you get that very fancy rotating screen. Now let's talk about the screen itself. The UI itself is very seamless to use. I quite like it. I think one of the nicer screens to use in the segment, and that's something that will feel very seamless for a lot of people. At the same time, it will come with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. We don't have it right now, but the production versions that will be delivered to customers will get that feature. Some of the few nitpicks that I have with the Atto 3's cabin is access to the USB charging feature. Now this is actually here, so you don't really come to know that it's there. You get a 12-volt socket as well, but kind of a hidden feature. And of course the under thigh support. Now mind you, the seats are very comfortable. The car itself is very comfortable. Nice bolstering at the side for the back. But yes, under thigh support could have definitely been better. And overall, it's a nice cabin to be in. Now let's quickly show you what the rear space looks like. Now that's a big sunroof and it really adds to that airy feeling inside the cabin of the Atto 3, but in the rear seat as well. The sense of premiumness definitely stays quite a bit with you. The seats are very comfortable. That's something I've really liked across all the seats on the Atto 3. The front are electrically adjustable, the rear are not, but you do get your 3-point seat belts. You get comfortable space for 2 large adults or 3 average-sized adults. You also get a retractable armrest with cup holders on its own, overall making that journey more comfortable. Having said that, the legroom is just decent. It could have been better, but the under thigh support could definitely be better. I think of course because the batteries sit low in the floor, you do compromise on the legroom, so you sit a little high up more than you would like to, and that's something I would like to see how that performs on long drives. Something that will just make you a tad bit uncomfortable. You can slide your legs up front under the seats, but even then could have been a better cabin overall. You do get your own AC vents though. That's a good feature. You get a Type C charging point. You also get a USB charging point. Again, a very nice feature. And overall, it just adds to the premiumness in the cabin.
There are multiple high definition cameras that offer excellent output with the 360-degree camera function. There's also the option to lock and unlock the vehicle using an NFC key card that uses RFID technology and allows the key fob to take a back seat. The electric offering can charge portable electric appliances as well. But the big addition is the level 2 autonomous driving technology on the Atto 3. BYD calls it D-Pilot, and it brings features like autonomous emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, blind spot detection, lane departure warning, and more, all of which worked really well on our test drive. There are also 7 airbags, seatbelt pretensioners, ISOFIX anchor mounts for child seats, and more, which have helped the model receive a 5-star safety rating in the Euro NCAP crash test results.
So we are driving the Atto 3, and what immediately comes to mind is just how natural the car is to drive. I think a lot of traditional buyers will like how the car performs because the power delivery is very linear, and that actually helps you get accustomed rather to the power delivery of an electric car. Yes, it's very quick in all 3 modes. There's Eco, Normal and Sport. Eco and Normal have a sort of dull acceleration. It's not extremely dull though. There's ample power, especially in your city traffic conditions. If you're in bumper to bumper, Eco should be completely fine. So would Normal be. But if you are out on the highway like we are right now, I think the Sport just does excellent justice to those figures. There's a nice, solidly built feeling to the Atto 3, which I really like, and that actually comes from the steering wheel as well. In fact, there's an artificial heft at higher speeds, something a lot of performance buyers will appreciate about the car, but it also gives you this feeling of good stability at high speeds. But at the same time, it's also about dynamism around corners. So with the batteries placed on the floorboard, the center of gravity is low, and that means when you push it into a corner, it actually performs really well. Body roll is minimal, that is very impressive, and at the same time, you do not have to really put too much effort when you're trying to treat a corner. Yes, it's not an out-and-out sporty vehicle that you would like, but what it does really well, and that's what I really like about the car.
The suspension setup is tuned for comfort, and the Atto 3 glides through most undulations. Braking is powerful, although a stronger bite at high speeds would have felt better. BYD offers a 60.48 kWh blade battery pack that promises high levels of safety and a charging time of just 50 minutes with a DC fast charger. Customers though will get a 3.3 kW charger as standard with the vehicle. But what about the range?
521 kilometers on a single charge, AREI certified. That's enough to last you a week if you are doing regular commutes. Even if you are going on longer commutes, that's about 2 charges or 2 full charges in a week, and that's good on the pocket as well as peace of mind. There's no range anxiety per se, and just the right amount of charge that you would get from your electric vehicle. Now the second thing that we have to talk about is the pricing. It's the elephant in the room. Now BYD has announced prices. This vehicle in a fully loaded single variant is about 34 lakh rupees, and that is a pricey proposition. Now, but do remember, this is an SKD model. That's a semi-knockdown kit, so all the parts are built overseas and then locally assembled in India. But BYD does tell us that if there is enough demand and the volumes are there, they will look at locally assembling the model. That's a CKD operation, completely knockdown kits, and that should help with more competitive prices on the Atto 3. And I do think this model has potential. It is just the right size, offers plenty of practicality both in range, features and performance, and with the right pricing, it will do wonders in the electric vehicle segment. So that was the new BYD Atto 3. Indeed a promising product, good on comfort, good on drivability, lots of features to keep you entertained, and we plan to put that range to test on a more comprehensive drive later. So do tell us what do you think about the review, what do you think about the new Atto 3. Do reach out on our social media handles, and always remember to wear a seatbelt in a car. a helmet on a two-wheeler. My name is Samir Contractor. Thank you for watching.